What a waste of a first half performance. What an absolute waste of a first half performance. Today, you see, I don't want to hear nothing about Thomas Frank. I don't want to see nobody, not on Twitter, not on YouTube, not on Instagram. Nobody should be talking about Thomas Frank today. Nobody should be talking about tactics. Nobody should be talking about any system. That loss today is on the players. That is on the players. There is no hiding place. They absolutely threw that away. No excuses. No excuses, man. I think I speak for every Tottenham fan when I say coming into this game, I don't think anybody had this down as a game we should win. A game we expect 3 points. Even when the draw came out, I don't think even the most diehard Tottenham fan would have said to you, you know what? I fancy us to go and turn the Super Cup tie around and go and bop PSG at the Parc des Princes. It wasn't happening. So when I saw that lineup today, when I saw 4 central midfielders in my midfield today, playing 2 banks of 4, old school flat 4-4-2, I understood the assignment. I knew what the game was today. And the way we played in that first half, bro, that first half hour, the way we defended, quality. I loved it. That was the reaction we were looking for. That is how you respond after a North London derby loss. You're thinking, you know what? Even though we're playing defensive football, even though we're, being the counter-attacking team today, which, listen, in some games we're going to be. We can't demand front foot football every game. At least we were threatening. Just like we were in the Super Cup game. And this is exactly what we've been asking for in the game against Arsenal, in the game against Chelsea. We actually got it today. We got what we wanted in that first half performance. Resolute. Fighting for the ball. Fighting for second balls. And then being a threat on the counter as well. It was perfect. And then we did the typical thing as well. First shot of the game, first goal. Richarlison once again. And listen, fair play to him. That's 2-2 now. And you're thinking, you know what? Let's at least just see this out till half time. And we couldn't even do that. And you know what? Fair play to Vitinha. Because Bomba, what he was on today, I need to know his diet for today. Because that's the diet I'm trying to be on. 2 screamers from the edge of the box. The first one, insane the way he just put that top bins. I was a little bit annoyed that he had that much space on the edge of the box. But listen, sometimes you can see the quality goal. You just got to say, you know what? Hats off. It is what it is. And I think there was a stat that said in the first half an hour, PSG didn't even get a touch in our box, which showed how kind of resolute we were. And I felt like we maybe even deserved to edge that first half a little bit. But you know what? Fair enough. We go in half-time 1-1, no problems. We come out second half. Immediate response. Immediate reaction. 2-1. We take the lead. And we just wasted it. We couldn't even hold on to it for, I don't think, 2 minutes before Vitinha once again came and popped up with another screamer. It's almost as if we saw Ebere Eze score a hat-trick of goals from the edge of our box, doing the exact same thing. Picking up pockets, picking up open spaces, not being marked by anyone, and just being given all the time in the world to shoot. The second one I was even more annoyed about because I could see Bentancur was the closest man. And rather than block the ball, he almost jumps out of the way. And you're thinking, brother, please, just stick to the game plan for once. And we just fumble it. Because once this goal goes in, you're thinking, how many times can we take the lead? Especially playing in an away stadium like Parc des Princes, being as noisy as it is. That atmosphere today was insane. You're thinking, you know what? Going up twice, fucking hell, you're shooting yourself in the foot at this point. And that's literally what we proceeded to do. Today, I don't know what got into Christian Romero, but he was all over the place. This is like the most uncharacteristic performance I've seen from him over the past 2 years. Last performance I can remember like this was maybe Burnley 2 or 3 seasons ago, where it was just chaotic. The pass he played into Sarr there, 5 yards in front of his box, where there's 3 men around him, brother, what the hell are you thinking? You're literally setting your teammate up to fail. I don't blame Saar for any of that. You got put in a tight situation. What is he expected to take the perfect touch and break out and turn it into an attack? That is foolish. That is foolish from Romero right there. And then the penalty at the end as well. And there was a couple of times where he just got caught out of position, gave away sloppy passes. And I was just thinking, what the hell is wrong with him today? And in the first half, I was thinking, him and Van de Ven, you know what? This is actually a good example of the fact that they can play a bit deeper. I know they are two aggressive front foot defenders, but I came in the halftime thinking, you know what? These two are actually, I can rely on them. But then it's just moments like this where we just shoot ourselves in the foot. We are our own worst enemies. We are the most self-inflicting team I've ever seen in football. Like, who the hell takes the lead twice and gives it up within 2 minutes both times? And then says, you know what? For the third one, we'll give it. Here you go. Hee. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here, literally? It just makes no sense sometimes, man. And in the corner, I don't even know where to begin. Like, the silly defending for that to just let Pacho coast through and just nobody picking up the second ball. It was almost like the complete opposite of what we saw in the first half. And then we allow Vitinha to round off his hat-trick, of course. Nice and easy. Like, the second half just annoyed me. And I feel like the only person who can maybe walk away with his head held high after that second half is Kolo Muani. Kolo Muani today, I want to take a moment to just appreciate him. Because that's what I've been looking for in a centre forward. Someone who's hungry. Someone who's got that desire. But someone who's also got that bit of quality when they get on the ball. Because today, I'll be real with you, I don't think we were creating that many open chances. But what we were doing, hustling. Fighting those PSG defenders anytime they think they're comfortable on the ball. And Kolo Muani was stressing, man, today. Pacho, Marquinhos, I'm on everyone. And that goal at the end came from him. Even the goal for Richarlison comes from his knockback. And I was just thinking, you know what? This is the type of centre forward I feel like I can rely on. And every time throughout this season when he has played, when he has had brief minutes, you feel like, you know what? That's someone maybe we can build around. That's maybe the right type of profile we need. He just needs to get those goals going. And today, two of them. Couldn't be more happy for him, I'll be honest with you. Because he deserved that with that performance. He ticked every box for me today. And I wish that oozed out to the rest of the team. But it's like we took our foot off the pedal in the second half. Thinking, we can just, you know what? PSG, we've already made it a tough game. Yeah, the quality PSG have, you let them hang in games, they're going to come back. They're going to score goals. They were able to bring on Gonzalo Ramos and Ousmane Dembele off the bench like it's nothing. That's how much strength and depth they have. And meanwhile, we're here, shooting ourselves in the foot at any given opportunity. It's just foolish, man. Foolish. I don't want to hear nothing about Thomas Frank today. That is on the players. Not good enough, honestly. And look, the only reason why I feel even so annoyed is because it was a close game. Is because I felt like there was something there. Even if it's a draw we walk away with, I would have took that all day. But instead, we just gift it to them. And that's like a recurring theme, it seems like, over the past couple of weeks, where we're just our own worst enemies. Whether it's tactically being set up incorrectly or players just doing complete and utter foolishness. Like, it makes no sense. But one thing I will say, credit Thomas Frank today. I felt like he set us up right. I felt like the game plan he had today was the correct one. And I love the fact that he's given Bergvall and Archie Gray an opportunity. Because speaking of, Kolo Muani being one of the positives, I feel like those two were big positives as well. And we saw that obviously for the first goal, which Kolo Muani patted down to the build-up there from Archie Gray and Bergvall. That's beautiful. And they were active in that first half in terms of trying to get on the ball, trying to create space, trying to create gaps in the team to create something for us. But instead, it's just, We could do all the good work. We could have all the right setup. But it makes no sense if you're just going to go and make silly mistakes that go and cost you. And Romero, that was not a captain-like performance today. I'm sorry, brother. Like, that is not what we need from you. We need you to be the leader at the back. We need you to be the composed head at the back. We need you to be guiding these young guns. And instead, 2 of the goals today, I've literally got to lay at your door. Frustrating one, man. Frustrating, honestly. Like, I'm even looking at the stats here and got an XG of 2.06. I can't remember the last time we had that this season. I actually cannot remember the last time we had that this season. Off the back of having 33% possession, by the way. So it just goes to show that, all right, look, Thomas Frank, when he's playing on the back foot, he can be decent. But if it's set up right, what we saw against Arsenal, I never want to see that type of performance again. What we saw against Chelsea, I never want to see that type of performance again. But today, that gave me a little bit, you know what? Maybe he can work something. Maybe he's seeing that, you know, he can tweak things. Because that was my big concern over the last couple of weeks was the whole reason you came in was tactical flexibility. That's what I thought I was going to get. And we just got stuck with this 4-2-3-1 shape. And it just seemed like he was willing to die by that. But last week against Arsenal, it didn't quite work out. The back 3. He tried it. Good. I want to see you try new things. When things aren't working like they didn't against Chelsea, try new things. Today, again, 4-4-2. Forget the wingers. Today we're doing busybodies in midfield. And I could see the fruits of the labour in that first half. But then players were our own worst enemies today. So today, I'm not laying this on Frank at all. I don't want to hear no Frank chat. I don't want to hear no Thomas Frank out. This ain't on him. This is a loss that maybe some people say, you know what, it's PSG, it is what it is. But when I saw that performance in the first half, I thought, you know what, we can maybe leave something here. And it's just games like this where you just think, you know what, Spurs are always going to be their own worst enemies. Always. But listen, I'm not going to ramble too long. Make sure you guys join us on Dos Locos. Me and Cams are back this week as well. We will be going through a lot of all the Champions League games. Let me know your thoughts as well. Let me know what you thought were the positives. Let me know what you thought were some of the negatives. What did you think of Kolo Muani's performance? What did you think of Bergvall and Archie Gray finally getting some more minutes as well? Listen, Romero, uncharacteristic performance. What did you guys think was wrong? Is this just a one-off, or is this something we should be concerned about? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments. And of course, please smash a like. It really would help this channel grow. We are on the road to 15k as well. Only a couple of hundred away. So if you subscribe as well, I'd really appreciate it. But I will catch you guys on the next video. Till next time, peeps. Take care.